Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Plum Crazy adventure
We're
in
back,
our
baby.
dining room.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry, guys. It is just wow. What has it been? A month?
It's been a bit.
It's been a while since we've been on here. We have here. I gotta get this going.
Yeah, we have had a lot going on.
Yeah.
It has been just over a month. So, the very first week of March, we had the privilege of being able to go down to Florida and do a few things. We did not do a live on that Sunday, that first Sunday of March, because we were watching a launch
Yep.
off of Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
We were on Cocoa Beach. It was going off up at the Cape.
Yep.
So very, very cool. Glad we got to see that. You'll see that in a future edited video if I ever get the opportunity to get those videos edited.
Yeah,
it will
right.
happen. I promise. Promise myself.
Yeah.
So very excited to get that out. And then the following week, we ended up we came home and I didn't have much of a voice. So we chose not to go live because I just was not feeling
Yep.
well. And our poor Miss Piggy was not feeling well either. She, unfortunately, she passed away right after we got back from vacation. So very sad. Was not expecting her to go downhill as fast as she did. She had a very fast acting cancer.
Yeah.
And so very, very traumatic week as soon as we got back from our vacation. And then my not having much of a voice went full blown head cold and misery. And so we skipped another week because it just wasn't going to happen. And so I think that brings us to now.
We were over in Baltimore the weekend before the bridge accident.
Mm.
We were over there actually on a ship inspection, and Megan was okay during the day, but on the way home, she started to go downhill and was really sick.
Yeah.
And on that Sunday night, there was just no.
Allergies are no fun, people.
Yeah.
And the older I'm getting, the more I'm getting affected by things like the dogwoods blooming and such. So don't recommend it. Don't get old.
Yeah. So stay young, everyone. But like we said, we were over in Baltimore on the Friday and Saturday before the bridge collapsed at 1:30 a.m. Monday morning. Very tragic thing that has happened.
Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining us on Facebook.
We've actually had clients that was going out. This went out last Thursday. We had to find completely alternate destinations for them to go to because they were going to spend the night before up at the port by Baltimore and just get on their ship the next morning and then leave from there.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, now they've got everything rerouted into Norfolk, Virginia. The Carnival ship's going in there, and the Royal Caribbean ship's going in there both.
Carnival Sunshine is in, or Carnival Legend is in there today, and it's been interesting. They're still getting people up to the Baltimore port. But I think they've got everybody loaded at this point, and they're making their way out.
It's a tragic thing that happened, but we have heard good news that the port is going to be open for some traffic by the end of April. By the end of May, they're hoping to have the whole thing completely opened up again. Construction on the new bridge, we don't know any stories about that. Our main concern is just get the ships going again and get them in and out of the port so that way we can start getting commerce going and we can get our cruise ships going in and out again. So that way our clients know exactly where to go in and out of now.
And it's really crazy because, for instance, Vision of the Seas, which is which the ship my clients are on right now, it goes in for dry dock maintenance in 2 weeks. So it only had 2 more sailings to do in Baltimore before it went under dry dock. So, and then the Carnival Legend is doing a repositioning cruise, and it's actually headed all the way over to Barcelona. I know somebody that's doing that. So they had to completely rearrange everything so that they could get on that ship and go out there. And I don't think it's on this one. I think it's on the next itinerary.
Yeah, it's the next itinerary.
So it was really crazy that both
Sorry,
of
guys.
them had such drastic changes within just a couple of sailings, and this happened. So obviously, we're very grateful to Carnival and to Royal Caribbean for working with Norfolk, Virginia, and the Port Authority there.
Yep.
And making this possible for all of us.
And working with our clients and not just canceling the cruises.
Yeah, because that was a possibility.
Yeah, we were really, really scared about that. Matter of fact, you were literally on the phone almost every single day, trying to find out information, talking with our clients and stuff, and reassuring them that we're going to figure it out for them, which we did.
Yeah.
They're happily on the ship.
There was no point in booking a room, canceling their room, and then booking a room until I knew for sure what was happening. Because we had two options if they were going to keep the cruise, which was either New Jersey or Norfolk.
Yeah.
So, and I really feel like Norfolk was a little bit better of a situation, even though it is a little bit farther.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
anyway, with that news being said, hi, Mom. With that news being said, like we said, our thoughts and our prayers are with all the families that have been affected by this tragedy.
Really tragic.
Over there in Baltimore. So hang tight, guys. Hopefully everything will get done soon, and we'll get things back to normal over there real quick. So.
Yep.
But anyway, let's start talking about when we went to Florida. A lot of things that we did down there. First of all, like Megan said at the beginning of the show, we actually got to go down and see a rocket launch at Cocoa Beach, Florida. This one, he didn't go off at Cocoa Beach. He went off at Cape Canaveral, but we were on Cocoa Beach. And that's the reason why we weren't live that Sunday night, because the service was kind of shoddy. I really wanted to bring you guys a live video. But unfortunately,
Becky, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Beck. Unfortunately, it just was not good enough service that I felt that we were going to be able to get that live out to you guys. So we decided to just
dropping the service actually with the launch updates.
Yeah. So, and you guys would have laughed because you would have got to see Nick playing in the ocean.
Oh my God, it was freezing.
And he came out and we didn't figure he would get into the ocean, because the last time we were at the ocean, he just completely nope, ain't going in it.
Yeah.
This time, of course, we didn't have no towels.
Nope,
and he just went straight right into the ocean and started screaming and laughing and playing.
Had a great time.
Yeah, he had a great time.
He turned blue.
Yeah, he did. Needless to say, we got back to the room and he was in a hot shower for a good half an hour to 45 minutes. So,
yeah.
But he had fun. And he got to see his very first rocket launch from Kennedy Space Center, which was a big, huge thing. And it was my first time seeing a huge launch from down at the Cape. So that was very exciting. So we had a lot of firsts on this trip.
Yeah. We did stay at a hotel that had beach access. It wasn't considered a beachfront. The Courtyard by Marriott, Cocoa Beach. I do highly recommend that one. The only complaint that I had with this particular hotel is it didn't have a free breakfast.
Yep.
And so I think that is a heck of a win if that is what I'm complaining about.
Yep.
They had really ample parking. No issues with that. They had shared amenities with a Hilton next door, a Hampton?
Hampton.
So they had shared amenities with the Hampton, so you could actually go over to their pool if you wanted to, as well as the pool that our hotel had, which wasn't a greatly big pool, but it was a decent size. So I would definitely go swim there. And then you had the beach access to be able to walk over to the beach and then come back. And then during the day, they actually have beach chair and umbrella rentals as well right there. So I thought that was all really, really nice that they had all of those amenities available.
And we do have a video for that.
Yes.
That will be coming out
at some point.
I
have a few others I've got to get out first, though. I'm sorry.
There's so much.
We've had so much going on between that. While we were away, we actually had clients that were over in Europe, and the German railway decided to go on strike the day that my clients were traveling from Munich, Germany, down to Florence, Italy.
Yep.
And so that was fun.
Yeah.
Thank God I had they were very calm and easygoing people. And we had a couple of conversations and chatted at one point and was like, okay, here's our A, B, and C options, and B worked. So it was great.
Yep.
Their initial leg was canceled. They were able to get on a secondary, the second train that was going to Florence, and then they had a connecting train halfway that they had to get on the second part of that one too. So it was good. It was just that was a lot.
That was a lot to deal with. Especially when we're on like a vacation, just to kind of relax and just see a few things and do a few things. Not
go
really
visit with family.
Yeah, and not to be working. But hey, we did anyway. We didn't care because that was one of our clients and they were overseas and they needed our help and we were there and we did it and got them taken care of.
That's why we do what we do.
Yep, exactly.
So very, very grateful that I was able to assist with that and that things went off okay. After that, we actually, what did we do? We ended up going and staying in Sanford for the very first time, driven by many times, but we've never actually stayed in the Sanford area. So we decided to go up there. We did not end up doing anything with the airport. And I got just a little bit of footage that I'm not planning on using for anything other than personal experience of the Sanford train system that they have there. So if you're thinking about taking the auto car, I have a little bit of information for that now, which is great.
Yeah. And the auto car actually goes from Washington, D.C. all the way down.
DC.
Yeah. Basically, well, it's on the outskirts of D.C. On the outskirts of Washington, D.C., all the way down to Sanford, Florida. We did get to see them rolling the cars.
The passenger cars.
The passenger cars in, and then they were getting ready to start coupling up and hooking up to the actual rail cars that carries the vehicles that you drive. And there was cars already lined up on the outside waiting to go and get put up into the train itself. So it was really neat.
Cool.
Really neat to be able to, and it was just by sheer chance that we turned down that road and here comes the train slowly. And of course, Nick's in the back seat. Like he's flipping out. He's having a blast because it's a train and he's getting to watch it and it's slow motion. And like we didn't.
And it was a passenger train. So it was like completely different from what we're used to seeing. I mean, we have a lot of freight trains that come through here. So not too many passenger cars when we come up this way.
So he had a lot of fun with that. And it was really cool to be able to see that and know exactly where it is. So if you guys ever wanted to do that, we could tell you about the ending part of it. We don't know about the beginning part of it and what it looks like up here just on the outside of Washington, D.C. We might go check it out.
Yeah, maybe at some point. Who knows? But we don't know.
Yeah, who knows what we're going to do next. So
definitely had a great time with that. We did spend a couple of days exploring Disney property. We spent one day where we took Nick over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. We got to go to Jumbo House as well as Kidani Village. We did our best to find Casanova, but sadly he was off doing his own thing off exhibit. So,
he was.
Did get to see the Okapi though.
Yes, we did. She decided to walk toward us and kind of start her stuff, and she was just beautiful. She was beautiful.
So that was cool. Then we went over and we did a little bit of the monorail loop. It's kind of funny. We've turned our the Polynesian Village into our lunchtime spot, which is not something I ever intended for it to happen, but we tend to enjoy Captain Hook's. Service has been kind of slow the past couple times, which normally when you do a mobile order and you place your pickup and stuff, I mean, you get your food a little bit faster. It took us like 15-20 minutes to get our food after we said that we were there. So hopefully that's picking back up because we were at the beginning of spring break season.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Nick has a flatbread pizza there he absolutely loves. I always go for the bacon cheeseburger. Because, wow, man, is it good. And you always end up getting, what is it?
I get the coconut meatballs.
Coconut meatballs.
Yeah, over rice. It's a pretty good dish. I like it. Has just a little bit of a spice to it. And it's nice and sweet, too, because of the coconut sauce. So highly recommend that. Plus, it's home of the Dole Whip. So if the Dole Whip isn't too busy, a place, definitely stop and grab yourself a Dole Whip. We also really like checking out just the ambience and everything of the Poly. I mean, you can't beat it. So, but then
we got to see some Easter eggs over at the Grand Floridian.
We decided to go to the Grand Floridian, and
God, they were beautiful. And some of those eggs were just so well decorated. It was just unreal. And to think. Most of it's edible.
Watching somebody actually painting them.
Oh, yeah.
They had an egg that they were painting and stuff on exhibit. That was really cool to get to see.
Yeah.
And then we also went over to the Contemporary because the Contemporary chefs decided to do like a mini egg version of what the Grand Floridian does. So they didn't have nearly as many, but they had some really cute ones. I thought it was really nice that they had something there as well. And we're always a big fan of going and checking out the Contemporary.
Yep.
So almost ended up getting dinner like an hour after we had lunch because of Steakhouse 71. We're like, I could go for the mac and cheese.
I can find a way to shove a steak down my throat. So, but it was a really good time.
Disney Springs was great as always.
Yeah. And guys, have you heard about the show coming to Disney Springs? My God, am I so excited about this? This is a drone show, which I am just beyond over the moon about this. I cannot wait to get down there and see this. They say this is going to be a selected time that they're going to do this from I believe it's right about now. They're getting ready to start it, and it runs all the way until like August, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking that's what it was. But to be able to see this show would be so awesome. And imagine driving on I-4 and look over and see the great big
that would be cool
drone show going on right there at Disney Springs. I mean, you can see
Disney Springs.
Yeah, you can see Disney Springs real good. But I mean, that drone show being up in the air, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That is going to attract a lot of attention. I mean, you could drive by and you can see Hollywood Studios when their Fantasmic's going off, and you're on I-4, you can still see that.
Yeah.
But it's just one more thing. It's just going to go, ooh, look, it's Disney. Let's go.
Yep.
So
very excited about that. We didn't end up having dinner at T-Rex Cafe. Or actually, we had a lunch at T-Rex Cafe. I take that back. And it was pretty good. We did get some footage. We're planning on putting out a video about T-Rex Cafe because it's one of our favorite places to go because we have kids and the novelty of it and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily one of, like, if you're a foodie, you're kind of going to be like, really? This is what you recommended? No, it's more the ambiance and going in and having the dinosaurs and, oh my gosh, this is so cool, you know.
If you got a lot of kids that are into
stuff, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, if you got a lot of kids that are in dinosaurs, my gosh, this is a restaurant to take them to.
Is that mammoth going to move or is it not?
Yeah, right. And then when the asteroid attack comes, oh my God, I love it. I love it. It's so much fun down there.
We'll keep the rest of it for the video.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we got to do that. We also got to try some seasonal Dole Whip varieties that they had at one of the pop-up booths that they have in Disney Springs. I am officially a banana Dole Whip lover.
I am actually the chocolate and mint.
Yeah.
I like the chocolate mint. So
you guys,
did we do a video on that?
I think we did a little bit of like just an excerpt.
Okay. Yes. So we'll probably put that in with like the
with the T-Rex.
T-Rex one. So that way you guys know what we thought about this.
Yeah, because we decided against dessert at T-Rex.
Yeah,
we wanted to get some Dole Whips.
Well, I wanted to find that.
And we ended up going and getting some beignets because how do
you
you go to Disney Springs and not hop on a boat and head over to the French Quarter? So, and plus they have a playground that Nick really enjoys playing in.
Yes, he does.
It was nice being able to let him play with some other kids, burn off some energy, and then we went and we kind of did a little walk around and then got some beignets and then went back to our hotel for the evening.
Yeah.
So
and then
they talked me into going to Animal Kingdom on our last day there.
Yeah, I don't think it was too much talking.
I was determined we were not going to spend because I mean, let's face it, Disney's expensive.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's also so much fun.
It was right around $500 for the three of us to go to Animal Kingdom for the day.
Yeah.
And Animal Kingdom is the cheapest one that we could go to.
But listen to this, guys. Nick got to do so many firsts that day.
Oh, and that's cool. Yeah.
And we got to experience it. I mean, it was so much fun. He literally got to go.
Day for
it. Oh, yeah. Totally. We got to go see the Lion King show.
Yeah,
that was the first for us.
Lion King. Yeah. None of us had ever seen it before.
And Nick
don't know how we're not going to see it every time we go now.
Yeah, it is definitely on the must-do list every time we go now.
Yep.
Nick got to do the Flight of Passage at Pandora.
Yep, he'd never done that.
Never done it before. And guys, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I would have had a video of him and his reaction on that first opening when he dropped. When you guys start to drop down in and fly in that Banshee, his face was just like. Oh my God. So it was so cool to be able to see that and experience that with him.
Yeah.
And then he got to go ride Dinosaur for the first time.
Yep. This probably was the last.
Yeah. And I think
he was not enthused with that one.
No,
he literally just kind of looked at me and was like,
really?
He was the little girl in the memes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was interesting. He got to ride Expedition Everest again. He loves Expedition Everest.
Yes.
And Scott got to have dinner at his absolute favorite restaurant on Disney property,
Yes.
Yak and Yeti.
Yak and Yeti, baby.
So overall, I would say that we had a really good day at Animal Kingdom. We got to see so many animals too. We did the safari around 5 o'clock, which they were feeding at. I'm assuming they were feeding at that time because they had a lot of cast members that were out within the savannah and everywhere.
Yeah.
But we got to see the floats of hippos. There were got to see the okapi again. That was really cool getting to see the okapi.
A different okapi.
Yeah, different one. We got to see so many of the different animals that are on their African Serengeti, such as the giraffes and the Ankole cattle and the wildebeest. Got to see the ostriches.
Oh, yes.
The warthogs.
And the crazy goats.
Oh, the silly goats. Oh my gosh, they're just crazy. The one literally like fell off of the truck. It was hilarious.
Yeah. He was okay. Don't worry about it, guys. He's okay. But yeah, it was so much fun to be able to do that.
Grace is not their names.
No, God, no, they're not.
Oh, that was the other thing we got to do. I totally forgot. We went over to Rafiki's Planet Watch because whenever we go to Animal Kingdom now, we make sure that we go and we get the Wilderness Explorer book, and we'll go through and we'll do certain badges and things. And so Nick was like really into doing the badges and such. So I was like, okay, let's go over to Rafiki's Planet Watch. We'll go do the couple of badges over there. And while we were there, we went into the petting zoo and we got to see one of the ladies from the Animal Kingdom Keepers show that they have on Disney Plus. And I got to talk to her all about the aardvarks. And we had so much fun. We chatted with her for probably like 20 minutes. I kind of feel bad, actually, that we took up so much of her time.
I don't think she cared because she was showing us photos of the baby aardvarks.
Yes, there's
on her phone.
It's so cute.
Yeah, and she's like, "You've got to see this," and she started flying.
She's like,
phone.
"It's kind of ugly, but I think it's adorable." I was like, "Oh my god, it's so cute!" And I was like, "I like Nick and guinea pigs, so it's okay."
You weirdo.
I am weird. I like little Nicky.
Oh yeah, but it was so cool to be able to meet somebody from the show. And sit there and talk with them. And that's the second time that we've been there to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
Give me 1 second, we'll go close that window.
And met 2 different members of the show at that there. Oh, there's a train coming. That's why she has to shut the window. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that was so cool to be able to experience that. And it was just nice to chat with her. And she's telling us, okay, as we go back through to stop at customer service desks and let them know that we want season 3 to come out again.
Yes, which we did. So, but yeah, we were very excited to meet her. And then there was another, like you said, there was another cast member that was there that was also in the show. Nick fell in love with one of the pigs.
Yeah, I know.
And he's just like, it was passed out. It was loving it because kids were coming up and just petting him. And he's just like,
yeah, you just
and
do
so
what you
Nick
want.
was like, "Oh, this is what the pig wants me to do. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I'm petting the pig." So that was really cool. And then for the very first time, we actually got to see the hippos while we were doing the trek.
Oh yes,
not the Maharaja, the Gorilla Falls Expedition Trail.
Yeah,
we've never seen any hippos and stuff at the hippo viewing area, and this thing just like floated on by. It was crazy. Yeah. This thing was huge.
It looked like it should have sunk to the bottom of the pool, but man, it was just gracefully going through. So, but yeah, it was a killer day at Animal Kingdom. We actually had a blast there. But before we left, we did one more thing. Yes, we did. And purposely didn't realize that we were doing it. We went by Epic Universe. Oh,
yes.
Let me tell you something.
I didn't know where he was going with that. As we were headed to the airport on our going home day or Saturday. Yes, we got to go and see a little bit of Epic Universe. We got to. They weren't doing testing, but we got to see some of the roller coaster that is built, and we got to see the 2 hotels that are very obvious. Kind of went by one of the roads that they're like, no further, and Epic Universe construction only, and any bystanders will be prosecuted accordingly. And I was like, oh, we're not going there. But it was really cool getting to see, like, oh my gosh, this is where it is.
Yeah. And in the proximity about how close it is to the park, you're only looking about maybe 2 miles. Literally.
It's really not that bad. Because like
the drive,
I'm a visual. I have to see it.
Man,
so.
it's a very easy one. And it goes right over I-4 and right into the Epic Universe. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, it is going to be so easy to get from point A to point B, from Universal Studios to over to Epic Universe. I mean, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what they're going to do next.
I hope they do some kind of a bus lane eventually, just to make it a little bit easier for the buses and make it quicker. That way they're just like going, and instead of dealing with the traffic, stops and stop and goes and
kind of like
we'll have to see what they
kind of like what they did with like Disney and stuff like that. So I would look for that to come into the future. But being able to see that before it actually opens up in the construction, that was really cool to see and experience that. So
yeah, that was very cool.
So talking about that kind of stuff, has anybody heard about the new possible expansions at Walt Disney World in behind the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad? A lot of speculation going on there right now. Disney actually has filed for the permits.
Rumor alert still. They haven't
they haven't said what they're going to do, but they have filed the permits to start the construction and the rerouting water lines and stuff like that and everything inside that area. But the rumors that are going around, there's 2 rumors that I've heard. One is the evil villains. It'll be like the dark part of Disney. Yes. So like,
because people are losing their minds over Dark Universe for Epic. So it would make sense for Disney to go, okay, we really need to, like, people enjoy our villains.
Yeah.
They go nuts for Oogie Boogie Bash and everything else. Let's do something. Oh my God.
Imagine Oogie Boogie being in there walking. I would love to see him walking around. But I also heard, this is a rumor that's not confirmed, but think about this. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington. Could you imagine seeing him? Because he is part of the overlay out in Disneyland during at the
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion for Christmas.
Yeah, and that's the biggest reason why I want to go out there. Well, 2 reasons. I really want to go out to California during the Halloween season because I want to do the Haunted Mansion overlay at Haunted Mansion. Did I just say Haunted Mansion overlay at Haunted Mansion? I meant Nightmare Before Christmas
overlay at the Haunted
Mansion.
Disneyland.
And I also want to do the Oogie Boogie Bash because you get to do all of those treat trails that have all these really unique villain characters, such as Sid from Toy Story. They had Hades. They also had last year the witch from WandaVision. I can't remember what her name is. So they had all these different ones that are like really unique and really cool. Yeah. So Madame Mim, from the Sword in the Stone. I'm just like, So, but yeah.
So excited.
That's interesting to me because I really thought that they were going to go in Kanto. That was the big rumor a couple of years ago.
Well, I believe that goes to the second part of what I need to tell you guys too. Over at the Animal Kingdom, they are looking to do 2 new lands. 2. Ooh. One called the Americas. Why is there balloons going off in our background? Okay. Hello. Okay, that's down there. Okay.
That was different.
Okay, never mind.
Anyway.
Thank you to whoever sent the balloons. We appreciate that.
Yeah, didn't know it would do that.
I didn't know it did either, so that was kind of cool. That was on Facebook. Anyway, but at Animal Kingdom, they are looking to do a land called the Americas and possibly in Kanto, over where they're taking out all the dinosaur rides.
Yeah, the
and
Dinoland needs an update.
Dinoland needs to.
It's kind of a.
It's dated. It's really dated. Yeah, and it's one of those things in the park where, all right, well, there's a 150-minute wait over at this ride and 35 minutes over here. Let's go over there because it's a 5-minute wait to get on Dinosaur.
Yeah. So. Well, I'd say generally it's more like a 20-minute wait. I don't see it getting much lower than that, but it's a very weird ride vehicle to get onto.
Yeah.
It is a cult favorite with some people. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because why do you want to be shaken like a martini?
Yeah.
Do not eat and then get on that ride. Let me tell you.
No.
Not fun.
I had stuff shooken on me that I've never had shooken before.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's the rumors that we're hearing for there. That would be really huge if we got in an Encanto land. I would
Mhm.
love to be able to go see that. That would
That would
be
be cute.
be cool to go see Mirabelle.
I'd
And
be
the
cool with a
family.
ride, honestly. It
Mhm.
doesn't have to be an entire land. I just think it would be fun to have some kind of a ride.
But
with
if you think
Encanto.
about it in the animal kingdom, I mean, it would be perfect for that to be in there because 90% of that, there's animals all the way through that movie. If you think about it, because when the little boy gets his powers, he has the jaguar he rides.
Okay, I
He
see what
has
you're
all
saying.
of the
So
birds and stuff. He
kind of
can
with an
talk to them.
Antonio-centric
Exactly,
theming. Okay,
exactly.
now I
I
get what
think
you're
that's
saying.
going to be able to. They can
To
theme that.
flow it in
Yeah,
better.
I think it would work really good. Now the Americas, I mean, that could be anything from like buffaloes to the wolves and stuff. I mean, they can just anything that's in the American. It could
Mhm.
be South America or North America too. So
Hmm.
it's real interesting to see what
Yeah,
they're going to
well,
come
that's
up
very
with.
broad, so
Hmm.
it's really interesting what they could potentially do with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I'm really
Hmm.
excited to see what they come out with. But let's see, what else was there? Anything new? More new that we've heard about. Blah, 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 blah.
Over at Epic Universe, they did the Rise of Berk. Riders of Berk. Sorry, I don't know. I said Rise of Berk. Riders of Berk. If you haven't seen that video, what are you doing? You need to get in there and you need to watch it because oh my gosh, I can't wait to get into
now. If
that.
a lot of you don't understand
park.
what Burke is, this is from the movie How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
If you haven't watched it, you need to do that because they are really great movies, and a couple of them do have some tear jerkers in it, but they're really good and they're wonderful for kids to watch too.
Yes.
A great way to learn how to work as a team.
Yeah.
And how to train your dragon.
Yeah, which let's face it, some of those puppies are very dragon-like.
Yep. So, but I'm actually very excited to be able to walk through this porthole and come into that land and be able to see that at Epic Universe. So and being able to watch that video. If you guys haven't done it, you need to go to Epic Universe right now. Or not right now, but when we're done here, go to it and watch the Epic Universe about going to the land of Burke.
Yes, very cool. That's the land that I'm actually most excited about at this point. I mean, yes, they're going to have Super Nintendo Land. There's going to be some really cool things in it that they've announced.
I'm going to go to the Harry Potter Ministry of
the Ministry of Magic, yes, and it's going to be a combination from what we understand of London and Paris, which I thought was really interesting. They're doing a mashup between the two, so that they're bringing in more of the Fantastic Beasts because Fantastic Beasts. Other than in gift shops, isn't really represented all that much within Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade because obviously those two locations are very centric to the first series of movies.
So this is actually going to help with the Fantastic Beasts series. And I'm going to tell you what, from aerial shots that I've seen of this so far, it's pretty cool. Dang cool looking. So cannot wait to be able to have boots on the ground in there. Coming up here next year. So So oh man, we have got so much stuff we got to get done.
I know.
It's just unreal. The things that we're going to do and see in the next 2 years down there in Orlando is just
because Tiana's Bayou Adventure is opening this summer.
Yes.
At Walt Disney World.
That's it. That's the next thing. I'm sorry, guys. I know we got so much to cover here. But have you guys seen the animatronics for that? Oh, that new ride. Unbelievably mind-blowing animatronics. Looks
Tiana looks absolutely phenomenal. Like she literally just stepped off the screen.
Yeah. It was just unbelievable when I saw that.
Supposed to be a Mama Odie. I cannot
wait. Oh my God.
I cannot wait.
I've seen her.
Have you?
Oh my gosh.
So cool. She is my favorite character in that movie.
And then the alligator that plays the trumpet.
Oh, Louis.
Oh, dude. Louis. Yeah, Louis. Is it Louis or Louis?
I think it's Louis.
Louis. Okay.
Or it could be Louis.
I think it's
he's
Louis.
Off of Louis because he's kind of based loosely off of Louis Armstrong. So.
Yeah. But he is just, guys, I'm telling you what. I
can't wait.
I was really skeptical about them changing it from Splash Mountain to this, but seeing these animatronics, I'm telling you what, I think it's going to add a whole new element to this ride when they're done with it. So,
and they have been doing some testing, and it looks,
yes,
and like everything, like the logs and everything like that look very similar.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I think all the logs are exactly the same ones. They've just repainted them, refurbished them, and had them ready to go again.
Yeah.
But the animatronics, guys, I'm telling you, they are mind blowing. If you have not seen it yet, go check it out on Facebook or look it up on Google. You should be able to find it there too. So
it's so cool. I just think it's so neat. So really looking forward to that, and looking forward to Rock and Roller Coaster being it's down for lengthy refurbishment. Can't wait for that to get back up and running, because you can definitely tell that one of the big names is not running right now because of ride times at Hollywood Studios, but that's okay. And then like personal things we're hoping to be able to do. I really, really want to make Space 220 a thing this year when we get back into Epcot at some point this year.
Yeah, that is definitely, I want to go eat dinner there this year. That is something I want to be able to do a video on that and bring out to you guys, so that way you guys can actually see that and experience that for yourselves, and then get a hold of us so we can book that vacation so you can get down there and enjoy it yourself.
Yes.
So,
and we got to get Nick on the Magic Kingdom Railroad, because he hasn't been on it yet.
No, he hasn't.
So
and we
between
go
that and
Tron.
Those are the two big things we got to get done in Magic Kingdom this year.
Yeah, so there's a lot of exciting new things that's going to happen this year. A lot of firsts. A lot of firsts for Nick and for us too.
Yeah.
So,
and we can bring you along for those firsts if you want to do some firsts with us as well.
Yeah,
so
totally.
I'm super excited. I have a family going in June. Their little girl has never been before, so I'm so excited. I get to have a girl I get to spoil. So much fun. Got a Bibbidi Bobbidi boutique planned and ready to go, and Cinderella's Royal Table. I snagged one. Yes. For those of you that deal with Disney, you know just how exciting and important that is.
Yeah. Especially if you have a little girl.
Yes. So super excited about that. I get to plan for another little princess that I have got to see her, but she's teeny tiny and she's growing up so fast. Good friends of ours. They're ready to take their 2.5-year-old this fall. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So if you are thinking about doing a Disney trip or a Universal trip or a cruise or anything, please let me know, because let's face it, I'm absolutely insane when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I want to live vicariously through you and kind of help you guys with your magical and fun memories with your families that you get to do at these amazing places. I love it.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much all we really have to talk about here tonight. So I think we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up.
Okay.
But I know you got things you got to get done, and I've got things I got to get done tonight too. So, but we were just so glad to be able to get on here and jump on. Like I said, apologize about not being on here for about a month, because life has just been so chaotic.
Life has been life. We did not expect March to be what it was.
Yeah. Like, I mean, us being on vacation, not being able to, go live on the beach, and then us getting sick, and then just one thing after another. So, but appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Oh, hey, I want to say thank you and welcome to the 521 subscribers now here on YouTube.
Yay! Thank
you to everybody that continuously
especially
supports
thank you, because I haven't been posting any new content because of what's been happening.
Yeah. So once we get some
mine
things,
has been blown that you guys have been willing to stick with us.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that, guys. We promise you there will be something
this week.
This week we'll definitely have something up. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but we are definitely going to post something for you guys. Yes. So anyway, so stay tuned for that and see what happens this week. And then I think we're going to be back here again next Sunday. There will be some other things that we'll be discussing. There is more news that I'm kind of trying to find out about, if it's actually legitimate or if it's just somebody just being stupid on Facebook. So, but hey, anyway, guys, don't forget tomorrow is the eclipse.
Yeah.
So make sure you get out there and use your glasses. Don't be stupid and don't be staring at the sun and hurting your eyes and your retinas and stuff, but enjoy that. If you got some little ones with you, make sure that they're protected too, but make sure that they get to experience this too. So this is something really cool.
Yeah,
cannot wait.
Looking forward
to
to
be here tomorrow with little guy.
Hopefully it's not super cloudy.
Nope, but it's still going to get dark. No matter how you look at it.
I know.
It's still going to get dark. So we're going to experience it the best we can and have a lot of fun. So you guys let us know wherever you're from and stuff. Let us know what you think of the eclipse and stuff and how things were going for you. If you got some really cool photos you would like to share with us, please send them over to us. We'd love to see them. So
by all means, yes, definitely.
Well, with all that being said, guys, we're getting out of here. We'll talk to you guys next Sunday, same time, same place, right here at Plum Crazy Adventures. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. And as always, are you guys ready for your next Plum Crazy Adventure?
Because we're ready to get you there.
We'll see you soon. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.